Yo, what up, Fight World? Canelo Alvarez looks large, and he's preparing for Canelo. Look at his back. I don't know about Kovalev. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, sign up for ESPN Plus. There's some good UFC fights coming. I am an affiliate, so it helps the channel. And link in the description, all my videos. November 2nd is going down. Canelo Alvarez is moving up in weight. You know, I don't know where he kind of got this idea to move up in weight, but this is what he has decided to do. He's fighting two-time champion Sergey Kovalev. And, you know, Kovalev was a unified champion, definitely a road warrior. He went to people's backyards to fight him, like Jean Pascal. He fought him in his adopted home of Canada, not once, but twice. He fought Andre Ward on the West Coast, Andre Ward being from Oakland, and he fought him in Las Vegas twice. He also fought Nathan Cleverly in his backyard. So he's a road warrior. The only thing is Kovalev seems to be, you know, on the downslide. Not necessarily the crusher, but, you know, we'll see if he has anything left in his tank in this particular fight. So, Canelo, Ego Weight Watchers, aka ILL, where I give you guys a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress pictures, especially when they have that upcoming fight. And, you know, Canelo, the pictures you'll see throughout this video, I'll try to, you know, splash them in. And Canelo's looking big, man. Like, his back looks wide. He's obviously bulking up. He's able to, instead of having to cut a lot of weight, which I do think he does cut, which we'll get into. I think he cuts a lot of weight. Instead of having to do that, now he can really just focus on strategy, sparring with bigger guys or similar style guys. He's working with this one big guy. You'll see some of the pictures. And just really prepare on the game plan for how he's going to take down Kovalev. And that's what the name of the game is. I think a lot of people will be surprised. I think Canelo will look good at the weigh-in. Again, he's not having to cut weight per se. He doesn't have to make weight. I think his walk-around weight is a lot higher than what he cuts down to. And I've seen pictures, and I'm pretty good with the eye test. And that's that. So he probably still has to cut weight from what he normally walks around at. I think he walks around, you know, 180 something, comfortable. Then he cuts to, you know, at one point 154, 1.155, and then most recently 160. And he also fought at 168, fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at 164.5. So I think Canelo's gonna look the part at the weigh-in for sure. I don't think he's gonna look like small. The only thing is people keep looking at heights. Boxing is more than just heights. I've seen several. First of all, Canelo himself has fought Danny Jacobs taller, Rocky Fielding taller, Julio Cesar Chavez taller, Golovkin twice taller. That's already 5 fights in recent memory. Liam Smith was taller than him. That's 6 fights just off the top of my head where, you know, the opponent was noticeably taller than him. I believe Jose Cito Lopez might have even been taller than Canelo as well. So, you know, Canelo he's just short, stocky, and stout. And if you've seen the pictures that I put in this video, his back is wide, neck thick, you know, legs, calves, muscular and thick. So he's always going to be at a height deficit based on the weight category he fights at. But I think he'll be fine. He has skills. He has faster hands. He has the defense. And he's going to be faster than Kovalev. That's one thing that's going to hurt Kovalev. Kovalev has kind of the cliche Eastern European type of style. Very technically gifted. Very fundamentally sound. And, you know, he's really going to have to try to keep Canelo out of his wheelhouse. If Canelo gets right here and starts letting them hands go and body shots and roughing them up, and Canelo has excellent punch variation, like just the punches he select, his punch selection, how he varies his punches, throws uppercuts. That's gonna chop Kovalev up from what I've seen. And again, I think he'll be maybe even a little bit stronger, not having to cut weight, because cutting weight, you're basically dehydrating your body, and that depletes you to a degree. So I think he's gonna be fine. He's just cutting less weight. Now, the big question is, how does he deal with somebody who is bigger than him? How does he take Kovalev's power? Kovalev definitely got heavy hands. Hurt Anthony Yarde with the jab late, you know. And both guys, another thing that's really interesting with this particular fight is both guys have stamina issues, or they've showed stamina issues in past fights. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out, since Canelo has been known, if he's working at an uncomfortable pace, which is why I don't think he wants to fight some of the in-prime other fighters, especially some of the black fighters in his division, or even like the Billy Joe Saunders of the world and David Benavidez, because all these guys, Caleb Plant, Charlo, Andrade, and the other guys I just mentioned, are around Canelo's age. They're closer to Canelo's age than probably Kovalev, who's 36, 37, you know, kind of like Golovkin's age. And their work rate, they all seem to be in really good shape. Charlo stays in shape, Andrade stays in shape, David Benavidez, you know, his body doesn't look like anything crazy, but obviously he can fight at the higher weights and go rounds, and he's not really stamina, you know, drained or anything. And I mean, we've seen him versus Ron Gavril. That fight went the distance in the first fight. You know, he went several rounds with Durrell. So Caleb Plant's always in shape. You know, these guys will give Canelo, I think, more problems because they can keep up, especially athletically. Caleb Plant is super athletic. You know, reflexes and put his hands down, and, you know, all that's going to create more problems. Demetrius Andrade, you don't know what he's going to do. He mixes it up well. Charlo, all these guys can keep up more with the pace. So just like I've been saying this, Eddie Hearn just recently did an interview, said the same thing. He says Canelo picked the right guy in Kovalev because, you know, just basically similar stuff that I'm saying. He's picking Kovalev because he believes shit is sweet with Kovalev. That's just what it is. He thinks shit is sweet with Kovalev, and, you know, he can get one over on Kovalev, and there's something he sees in his style. And I see exactly what he sees. Kovalev, again, very fundamentally sound, textbook sound, but he's not flashy. Kovalev ain't doing a bunch of flashy Roy Jones shit. He doesn't have an impeccable defense, things like that. Plus, he's older. Plus, we've seen, you know, Dre Ward really showed you how to beat a Kovalev. You know, I really believe that. And, you know, with Canelo looking in shape, yeah, I see it being a bad fight for most likely Kovalev. The only X factor is if he can keep Canelo at bay and discourage and frustrate him, or if Canelo gets frustrated and can't deal with his power. Other than that, you know, I see Canelo being aggressive and not letting it get into those deep waters. Canelo's very smart, better defense, and he's going to look to get on the inside, where we know Kovalev is food, and he's not good on the inside. Kovalev, just like some people from his region, don't necessarily have an inside fight game. You know, you look at even fights like Victor Postal versus Terrence Crawford. It's a similar type of fight. Similar type of fight in the sense of Victor Postal, very good boxer, very technically sound boxer. However, so is Terrence Crawford. But the X factor is Terrence Crawford is also more dynamic. Athletically, he's more dynamic. He has better speed, and he's a little bit more fluid instead of just like by the book and jab. You know, he's not going to be as easy to predict because he has that pizzazz with his style. You know, and I think Canelo has more pizzazz. He really has like kind of an American style to me. So I think Canelo overall has more pizzazz, where a textbook fighter is going to be more predictable, like Kovalev. Like, he can box well. Anthony Yarde, see, his downfall is what I told you before the fight, which is why I picked Kovalev to beat Anthony Yarde, along with other people who know boxing, like Dre Ward. And inexperience. You know, the kid was strong. Anthony Yarde was clearly strong enough to hurt Kovalev, but he didn't have the experience to beat Kovalev. And then when he came close, he really couldn't push the issue on the vet like that and get him out of there. And then, you know, he was winded by that time shortly after. So, you know, I really see this being the Canelo show. But look at the pictures in the video. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo definitely looks in shape. He's bulking up. He's probably eating different foods and steak. I don't know if he's back eating steak. Obviously not in Mexico, you know, eating the clenbuterol shit. But I don't know. This spells trouble because Canelo's looking big. You know, he's looking bulky. And I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I just have a funny feeling about this particular fight. I don't think it's going to be what some people think. The other thing is, I feel like Kovalev's at an age where he could be cashing out. Like, not saying he's not going to try, but I just feel how many times are you going to go through these wars where guys are about to stop you and then somehow you pull through. You know, he tried, you know, Andre Ward in the first fight really rallied back, and he rallied back, and it was a tooth and nail type of close affair. And then the second fight you get stopped, then the leader Alvarez stops you, and then you get it together and, you know, have a disciplined fight and outboxed him. You know, you got all these legal troubles, kicking dogs and women, and kicked off planes and shit like that. Then Anthony Yarde pushes you pretty much to the brink. I just feel like you're not going to be able to necessarily keep going through that in such a short period of time of your career, the last few years, and keep pushing through. So, you know, unless he gets Canelo in some type of predicament, this to me is really the Canelo show. And that's what I've told you guys from the beginning. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo does look like he's in tremendous shape, and he should be. He's not cutting weight as much as he would have to make, you know, other divisions. So I'd expect him to be in shape, and he should be taking it serious, just because Kovalev, you can't sleep on the man. I mean, I hope you don't think it's going to be necessarily a cakewalk, or you wouldn't want to train and prepare as if it's going to be a cakewalk. You feel what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. Canelo versus Kovalev coming up soon. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.